check. I shut my eyes today, knowing that it could have been my last. So I threw a prayer up to the skies and made it fast. Like, dear Lord, make it to the gate steadfast. And though the devil tryna get to me, this too shall pass. I know that God's looking down like, look at him now like, where's his morale, dog? What happened to his smile? So I skipped town, tripped down for the weekend. It's a long road, I stuck the key in. No, there ain't no looking back, now I'm in the...
The one in the back.
Out to the shits, up in the downs with my kicks on, feet on the ground, head in the clouds. Used to have dreams, thinking out loud, being renowned, but for now, just a face in the crowd. Just a boy in his dreams, get it by any means, cause I know that everything ain't never what it seems.
Sorry, we're tired as fuck. We've had a long day.
I'm not tired, I just didn't want to record today.
We've had a long day.
So first of all, we're not in Miami anymore. We moved.
I mean, I wouldn't say moved. Stop shoving the mic down your fucking throat. I'm pretty sure that's my mic actually, and I'm using yours. I don't even know honestly at this point. So yeah, as you can tell, we're not in my fucking house.
Yeah, we're in some broad's room. Cause Carlos got a girlfriend!
Some broad's room?
Kiana! We went to Chicago.
Kiana's not my girlfriend?
No,
one of my best friends. And yeah, we came to Chicago to help Louie's uncle and the people of Chicago suffering from floods.
And Ebola.
Floods.
Yeah, okay, so my uncle has a like carpet cleaning construction company, and we decided to come down and help him. So we're now in Chicago. What?
We decided to come down to help
Oh,
him.
I thought you said calm down. I'm like, I'm not even like aggravated.
No, but you said calm down, as in like, dude.
Oh, I see what you mean. We went up to Chicago.
I'm just gonna pull up a picture of the map of the United States and have an arrow pointing up.
Why are you doing a very, like, you know what kind of tone you're doing. Your attitude matches your toenails.
My toenails?
Yeah. You want to show them?
No.
Okay.
So Kiana and her friend, like, literally just painted my toenails.
Yeah, he lost some beer pong.
The one game I needed to win. I won every single game other than that.
We made an OnlyFans for it. Okay, stop.
Two in feet and beyond? That's what it's called, Kiana?
No, it's 2 feet and
beyond.
beyond.
2 feet and beyond, yeah.
Get it? Defeat. 2 feet. Anyway, so since you cut me off, and I'm trying to be serious about this.
Is that really what it means?
2 feet, defeat, yeah.
Dude, this whole time I deadass thought it was to infinity and beyond. That's why I was like to infinity and beyond. And you were like, no.
Yeah, because...
Why didn't you say toe first instead of two?
It's already made, Carlos.
Okay.
So yes, back to my original story. We went up to Chicago to help my uncle, and we decided to stop by and pay a visit to our dear friend, and shout out to Kiana, the best person out there, who's been our top supporter and the most loyal friend out there. And I am dressed this way because I can. And it is 10:30 at night. I'm exhausted. We've dealt with a lot of shit, literal, and a lot of like floods and stuff, so I'm naked under this. So if you want to see more, click the description below.
Are we linking the OnlyFans?
Fuck it.
Alright, so guys, last week we said that we already gave out a topic. It was paranormal. Dun dun dun. So what scary shit have you dealt with?
Your ex.
Okay, So when I was a kid.
Oh, hold on, I lost something.
Is it me? Is it hot in here? It's like 50 degrees outside. Nah, for real, dude, have you ever had sleep paralysis?
Huh?
Have you ever had sleep paralysis?
Yes. I've had a lot of tremendous. I think we're gonna have sleep paralysis tonight from how exhausted we are.
Yeah.
But I've experienced sleep paralysis. I've experienced. Okay, I can't talk. I've experienced. What is it called? What is it called? Astral projection.
Oh, me too.
Where like you come out of your body.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've like experienced that. We'll get into that, but so the paranormal topic we're talking about today is mainly like what we think happened in our lives, mainly in Carlos's house, cause that shit is haunted. It's right by a cemetery. I'll put in the his address below so you can stalk him. We need to get him a girlfriend.
Please don't show up to my house.
Unless you're hot.
Please don't show up to my house.
Unless you're hot.
I don't want random ass people in my house.
Unless you're hot. Boy or girl, he's into both.
No, I'm not.
Yet. Anyway, so what have you experienced? You said you went into like astral projection.
So
yeah, okay, so my uncle has a like carpet cleaning construction company, and we decided to come down and help him. So we're now in Chicago. What?
we decided to come down to help
Oh,
him.
I thought you said calm down. I'm not even like aggravated.
No, but you said calm down, as in like, dude.
Oh, I see what you mean. We went up to Chicago.
I'm just gonna pull up a picture of the map of the United States and have an arrow pointing up.
Why are you doing a very like, you know what kind of tone you're doing? Your attitude matches your toenails.
My toenails?
Yeah. You want to show them?
No.
Okay.
So Kiana and her friend like literally just painted my toenails.
Yeah, he lost some beer pong.
The one game I needed to win. I won every single game other than that.
We made an OnlyFans for it. Okay,
It's
stop.
called
Okay, stop. Stop.
2 in feet and beyond. That's what it's called, Kiana?
No, it's 2 feet and
Oh,
beyond.
2 feet and beyond, yeah.
Get it? Defeat. 2 feet. Anyway, so since you cut me off, and I'm trying to be serious about this.
Is that really what it means?
2 feet, defeat, yeah.
Dude, this whole time I deadass thought it was to infinity and beyond. That's why I was like 2 infinity and beyond. And you were like, no.
Yeah, because
Why didn't you say toe first instead of 2?
it's already made, Carlos.
Okay.
So yes, back to my original story. We went up to Chicago to help my uncle, and we decided to stop by and pay a visit to our dear friend, and shout out to Kiana, the best person out there, who's been our top supporter and the most loyal friend out there. And I am dressed this way because I can. And it is 10:30 at night. I'm exhausted. We've dealt with a lot of shit, literal, and a lot of like floods and stuff, so I'm naked under this. So if you want to see more, click the description below.
Are we linking the OnlyFans?
Fuck it.
Alright, so guys, last week we said that we already gave out a topic. It was paranormal. Dun dun dun. So what scary shit have you dealt with?
Your ex.
Okay, so when I was a kid.
Oh, hold on, I lost something.
Is it me? Is it hot in here? It's like 50 degrees outside. Nah, for real, dude, have you ever had sleep paralysis?
Huh?
Have you ever had sleep paralysis?
Yes. I've had a lot of tremendous. I think we're gonna have sleep paralysis tonight from how exhausted we are.
Yeah.
But I've experienced sleep paralysis. I've experienced. Okay, I can't talk. I've experienced. What is it called? What is it called? Astral projection.
Oh, me too.
Where like you come out of your body.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've like experienced that. We'll get into that, but so the paranormal topic we're talking about today is mainly like what we think happened in our lives, mainly in Carlos's house, cause that shit is haunted. It's right by a cemetery. I'll put in the his address below so you can stalk him. We need to get him a girlfriend.
Please don't show up to my house.
Unless you're hot.
Please don't show up to my house.
Unless you're hot.
I don't want random ass people in my house.
Unless you're hot. Boy or girl, he's into both.
No, I'm not.
Yet. Anyway, so what have you experienced? You said you went into like astral projection.
So
Projection.
I've experienced that twice in my life. The first time I was, I believe, 11, 12.
Are you talking about like your first sexual experience or?
No, my first time astral projecting.
Oh, okay.
So when I will kill you if you drop my mixer.
You mixologists, bitch.
Okay. Okay, so a lot of people say that when you're a kid, your third eye.
Like whispering eye?
No, it's.
Do you know what a whispering eye is?
No. No, it's like the third eye, the eye that allows you to see energy and spirits and shit like that,
yes.
is more open when you're a kid.
Yes, definitely, because you don't have like any explanation for it.
Exactly. So it's easier for a kid to see something weird and out of the ordinary than for an adult.
Mm-hmm.
That's their explanation of it. I'm not gonna go into detail because controversial topics was last week. But anyway, the first time I astral projected, I remember I woke up, I got out of my bed and I felt super weird. I felt light, and I was.
You felt light?
Yeah, dude, it felt like you haven't masturbated within like a month, and then you finally do it the 1st of February.
Oh, I'm a virgin, I don't masturbate.
That is literally the biggest lie you've ever said. So back to my thing, I'm cutting that out.
Yeah. That was a little awkward.
So yeah, I felt weird, dude. I felt weird. It didn't feel normal, and I look out my window and I see someone in my neighbor's roof.
On your neighbor's roof?
Like literally on my neighbor's roof, and he was like looking like right at me.
Santa Claus.
No. And I'm just like looking at it and I waved because I thought he was like some random ass guy working. I was like, and he didn't wave back. He just kept looking at me and then jumped off the roof.
That's rude. He didn't wave back.
Yeah, but he then proceeded to jump off the roof. When I looked down, there was nothing there, and then when I turn around, all I see is like a body under my covers, and I got scared. I tried opening the door and I fell down I ran to my mom. I fell down the stairs because I tripped.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing I knew, I was like in my bed. And then I didn't know. At first, I thought it was like some random ass dream. Ignore that. I thought it was like some random ass dream. And then the second time that happened to me was actually 3 years ago. I was already living in Miami. And I woke up from my room. The lights were still off. I opened my door. I walked to the kitchen. I felt weird again. So I was like, let me just drink a little water.
Mm-hmm.
I poured myself a glass of water. I drank half of it.
Mm-hmm.
I still remember how cold the water was. And then as I'm
walking... What
walking...
did the water taste like?
Nothingness.
Well, that's what water tastes like.
Exactly. So I opened my door, turned on the lights, and I'm looking at myself in my bed. I freaked out, and then I just woke up, and that was it.
Did you look good?
Hell yeah.
Thickness.
I'm like, yo, you packing heat. No, but then the astral projection, the sleep paralysis happened like maybe like a month later. And I remember trying to get up from my bed and I couldn't move. And I felt like some pressure was being put, like forced upon my chest, like down.
Yeah.
as I'm trying to get up.
That's the actual definition of sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
There's something there. We're not playing footsie right now. Take your foot off the blanket. Thank you.
So, there's a lot of reasons for sleep paralysis. Mainly
Exhaustion.
Your body is like knocked out of sleep, or your mind is awake. And then if you look at it at a more spiritualistic point of view, you're either in the in between.
Your inner demons.
No, you're in the in between from your.
Oh, what's it called? I know what it's called. It was in Supernatural.
No, it's one of the phases where it's like you're literally about to go into sleep paralysis. I mean into astral projection, but you couldn't go through with it.
Oh, that's what you mean. I thought you meant like between like the real world and like the spiritual world.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm.
What is it called? That in between is called something.
The one in, if you're talking about fucking just Insidious, you mean the further?
No, it was in Supernatural. It was called something. I'll figure it out later. I wish I had my.
I'll Google it and post it in there. Dude, I managed to open my eyes because it's really hard to like move at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
so
you're able to move your eye muscles, but you can't move your body.
So one of the main big reasons and explanations is that you're actually being visited by a demon.
Whoa. Yeah.
That's actually something. And I had an ex-girlfriend that she told me about her experience when it actually happened. And
what was this ex-girlfriend's name?
I'm not throwing that out there.
Was she pretty?
I'm not throwing any information out there because I know if I tell you like the slightest detail, you would look like I lost my train of thought because I'm looking at a map.
Oh,
the red line thing. You would look like putting Helen back and you would find her. So I'm not giving you shit.
I always find stuff. I like finding stuff.
I know, that's what I'm not telling you. Okay, so she told me that she felt the same thing. That's how I knew what was happening because I remembered what she told me. And that's exactly what I experienced. Except for one thing, when I actually managed to open my eyes, there was the form of a tall, like it was just like
black man.
Yeah, with a black hat. Here's the creepy part.
Sounds like a party.
Here's the creepy part. If you actually Google this, there's actual stories of people that have seen the same thing.
Yeah, no.
And I'm getting goosebumps when I'm saying it. Okay, so before we moved into the house, we were living in an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just like me, like just meeting my stepmom and Noemi.
Yeah.
And Anna's a big fan of aliens and
of course
whole thing.
Yeah, we've talked about it.
Yeah, aliens and ghosts, and like honestly, the only thing that I agree with her is the ghost part.
Like, I mean,
agree
we're not gonna go into it, but there are other types of species in the universe besides humans.
Okay, you just literally contradicted yourself from the last video. Cause you're like water bottle.
Yeah,
I see it. I believe it.
Dinosaurs is another species besides humans. We have skeletons. We're not going into that. Continue on.
Okay, so, and she was telling me, oh, I saw this video of a guy saying that he has sleep paralysis and he was talking about some dude with a black hat. And I literally stopped and I dropped my pizza.
Pizza?
Yeah, I was eating pizza.
Of course you were.
And I was like, what did you say?
Pizza.
Oh yeah, some guy saying he had sleep paralysis and he saw a man with a black hat. And I'm like, yo, I saw that shit like a year ago.
He does. He's like Santa Claus. He comes out once a year, you know?
Bro, it creeped me the fuck out. But nothing will ever beat the little girl that lives around my house.
We're not getting into that.
I want to get into that.
No, she touched my ankle.
Yeah.
We don't talk about
So, basically,
I was touched by a little girl.
My little brother, being the dumb little pothead that he is, threw a bong out the window. Because my dad was knocking at the bathroom door. Like, hey dude, what are you doing in there? And he's like, nothing. Damn, what are you doing? He's like, I'm taking a shit. I didn't know you can take a shit while standing up. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You should try it.
Are we doing the whole dialogue?
Okay, so he throws everything out the window. My dad finally manages to open the door. He figured out the code. Literally up, down. And then...
You do know your dad's going to watch this and now...
Oh, he already knows that I opened the door.
Oh.
And then... Yeah, I told him.
Proud of you.
And then Diego's like, oh yeah, nothing's here, Dad, I swear. And then he looks at me and goes, and I'm like, you're a fucking idiot.
Diego's dumb.
Cause I swear, I'm looking at my door, the window is there, I saw something, like, off the corner of my eye. And inside, I was like,
Brr.
did he really just throw that out my window?
The bomb.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm just there like, this guy, he just bought that, he's gonna break in the same night. It's gonna be hilarious, but like, I don't give a fuck. So like, we're out there in the backyard looking for it, and my little brother's like, trying to like, we find it, so he's like, trying to hit it with
a tree.
Yeah, it's in a tree. It landed, he fucking Tom Brady that shit, bro. So he's on top of like a chair and with the broomstick trying to get it out.
Like a kid lost his kite and stuff.
Yeah, and then I'm there trying to help him out, and then when I looked down, there was a little girl staring at me.
Was she cute?
Dude, she was like 12, 11. She was young. She was in a white dress and ponytails.
Aww.
And she was just staring at me, and I freaked out. I took like 3 steps back. My brother goes, yo, what happened? I'm like, oh, nothing. I thought it was my imagination.
She vanished.
Yeah. And then I tell my dad and Anna, and they're like, oh, you're fucking losing your mind, esto y lo otro. And then Anna goes, wait, there's a cemetery next to us.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you.
So the topic like disappears. She brings it up every now and then, but the topic completely disappears. I haven't seen shit. Then my dad, he was meditating. He meditates every Sunday.
Correct.
So
I've witnessed this.
He's meditating in.
Shout out to you, Dad, for meditating. It's so relaxing.
And then he's just laying on his back in the bench, and then he's opening his eyes. And then after just staring at the ceiling, he's thanking God for everything that we have, and he swears to me that he saw the same, like he saw a shape of a little girl with ponytails.
In the reflection of the.
Not the reflection of the girl, just run past by him, and he heard it, too.
Oh yeah, no.
It's not. It wasn't a visual thing. He heard something. So he freaks out. He's like, "Oh my God, what the fuck?" Da, da, da. And then Anna's like, "Oh my God, I'm the only one that hasn't seen shit." Cause Noemi apparently has seen aliens outside her window. I've seen a little girl. My dad saw a little fucking girl. And then Anna's
we haven't just seen her.
Oh, that bitch was in my room. So, okay, for like 3 nights in a row, we were watching scary movies. And this is something that I've always said it, but no one gives a fuck and no one pays attention to me.
You're the first one to pick. You wanted to watch The Ring.
Okay.
Don't contradict yourself.
So the whole, The Ring, I have a story for that one too.
No, you have a lot of stories, my friend.
Omar's grandma's house, Kiana. Do you know about that?
Okay, just to let people know, Kiana is behind the camera.
There. Kiana, I was there. That was some scary shit. Okay, back to the thing.
He's off his medication.
No, I said to watch like the first night. Then Anna kept like going, "Oh, I want to watch a scary movie," and you know you were there.
I know. I'm always there.
So I told her we shouldn't watch this many like movies at a time. She said, "Why? It lowers your like,
self-esteem."
Not self-esteem. Like your defenses against the paranormal. Is how I can put it.
Yes.
Because let's be honest, you watch a scary movie and then the whole time you're like, "Oh my God, there's something there."
You get paranoid.
Yeah.
Paranormal, paranoid. Boy.
So everything started happening when we were watching The Nun.
Fuck that movie.
Fuck that movie heavy. Dude, we were watching The Nun and we had one of our dogs, Lucinda the burrito.
Oh my God.
Started singing mid-movie, bro, upstairs alone.
Okay, so I was there to witness this. The dog is the most cutest and the most gentle like dog ever, and she doesn't make a single peep unless someone agitates her. This dog was upstairs in the bedroom on the 2nd floor, and out of nowhere,
locked.
The door was locked, and then it got to the part in the movie, spoiler alert, where like the demon/nun pops out as like a scare tactic, and out of nowhere, within that split second, all you hear is that dog start singing. And it wasn't Beyonce singing, it was like, "Arrgh!"
That's exactly how she sings. It's pretty funny. So
I'm a dog whisperer.
Little background story for that. So she starts singing only when she's like.
When she hears other people sing, she'll sing. So for her to be by herself and sing, I left your house.
Everyone freaked out.
I left your house.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You still watched the movie.
Yeah, but I left your house, didn't I?
Yeah, afterwards.
Left your house.
So the next day, it's my dad's birthday, and me and Louis was on his computer. I was on my phone. No, was it my dad's birthday or was it Mother's Day?
It was your dad's birthday.
It was my dad's birthday, yeah, you're right. So it was his birthday, and dude, Louis was on his laptop playing blackjack. I was on my phone, on Twitter. I have a ceramic plate on my window.
Okay.
Just set there.
It's like a hexagon.
It won't move.
Like heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy. That shit just goes boom, but like forward, like something knocked it and knocked my lamp and broke it.
Yeah, because there's a difference of something like slipping. Like you'll know when
Yeah,
like,
if
a
it
plate
slips, it goes like this, and
That
it would have
thing
been on
was
his feet.
over.
That
like-
plate hasn't moved since I moved to that house in January.
Yeah, and like there were no vibrations, no loud music, so windows weren't open, and that thing just fell over. And then this kid leaves the room. His dad calls him to go downstairs. I'm still on my laptop trying to finish things up and win my last hand, and then I just felt something tug on my foot, and it felt weird. Like it was just like a very tightening grip. And then I like looked back right away, thinking like Carlos is like joking around, trying to like pretend he's something. And then when I looked back, that like tension on my ankle went away. And like you know when you feel a presence and you know something's there.
Yeah.
My ass jumped out and ran out that room, and I'm like, "Hey, buddy, what's up?"
Yeah. He literally taps me on the fucking shoulder and goes, "Hey, do I have something to tell you?" I'm like, "What's up?" And he goes,
"Not going in your room ever fucking again. Good luck. Have fun.
like,
Bye."
He's like, "Next time I'm in your room, I'm fucking going in loaded." And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "Dude, I thought you grabbed my ankle." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he told me that he was laying on the bed normal, and he
Is
felt,
there like not normal laying on the bed? What's normal? Why'd you have
Like,
to say normal?
like on your stomach.
Free fall.
Yeah, free fall. Whatever.
Normal. Now I kind of want to know how you lay on a bed.
I'm telling you.
He does handstands.
I do backflips, bro. That's how I get into my covers. I do a backflip, like the TikTok.
I'll stop doing.
So, and he told me, dude, I literally just felt like something like gripped the fuck out of my leg, and when the second I turned around thinking it was you, it let go.
It did just let go. I felt something there. Like I literally felt like I made eye contact with it, and it licked my face, and it walked away. Like it spat on me. That's how I felt. I felt disrespected.
I don't know if you were watching that stream or if Kiana was watching that stream.
Oh, where you flinched?
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah, I just thought you were like.
Bro, I'm literally on my fucking desk like this. I'm playing, right? I'm playing Valorant.
He streams, by the way.
And dude, my chair just
Not a
goes.
good player.
And I'm like, oh shit. But, cause like imagine one day I'm actually playing, then all of a sudden I look to my left to my second monitor.
And it's just like a creepy ass child staring at you.
Yeah, I'd lose my shit. I would jump out the window. And I have no.
And I would laugh mid-stream.
I'd be one of those kids that rages out and like, or you know how
Did you ever
people,
see?
like,
There was
jumps out the
actually a
window?
video of a kid streaming. I remember he was streaming. I'll actually look it up and I'll show it to you. And then if anything, we'll put it in this video. But there was a video of a kid streaming in his friend's house, and shit around him starts moving. Like the door opens up and closes, lights behind him, and like I thought it was fake.
Yeah, you thought it was his boy.
Yeah, exactly. And then out of nowhere, like this kid actually goes and checks. And then when he goes and checks, like, I'm getting chills. You can't see this because I'm naked under here, but I get chills because like he goes into the hallway to check, and then the door opens, and then as soon as he comes in, the door closes right away, and it's pitch black. And like that kid kept streaming, and then after that, he was like, "Yeah, I can't do this," because like the door kept opening and shutting, opening and shutting, opening and shutting, and he's like, he picked up his stuff, continued streaming, and walked out the house. It was creepy.
No, dude.
I'll show you it, and then you can put it in. Oh my god, I loved it. It was hilarious. I was like, kid, you have balls. You stayed in the stream, cause like even people
Dude,
start commenting.
I've like been thinking. I'm like, do I really want to stay in my house?
Yeah, I mean, you live right next to a cemetery. Just like get a priest or like Kiana in that room, and like
I know.
that thing will
We
run away.
want to get the house saged actually.
You should.
Yeah, like we're like her
Hold on,
styling.
time out. Gotta sneeze.
Don't do it on the mic. So Anna's stylist, her husband, his husband, you met him.
His husband?
Yeah, his husband.
Yeah.
You met him.
Yeah.
You know he's into all that.
Yeah.
He does sessions and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we want him to do like sage the house.
Yeah, but if he ends up like levitating in your house, you know, never walking into your house again. Just letting you know.
Dude, I'm not walking into the house with me. I'll sleep in your room,
Okay.
old room.
Do you
Your
want-
dad loves me.
Good. So do you want to end the podcast with my scary story? Well, paranormal experience?
Do I want to listen to Louis' story or talk about Omar's house?
We're not talking about Omar's house.
Yeah, fuck Omar's house. Go. Every time
Omar, bro, huge shout out to you, but keep your little boy at your house. We are not gonna visit you unless you get that thing exercised. I know it's a good ghost, but adios.
Dude, I'll never forget the day Omar told me.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that story.
Carlos,
Stop
turn
it.
around.
Stop.
Or just better yet, look at the reflection of the TV.
And then there was that little kid. Not happening, Carlos. We're not talking about this. If they want to find out, go visit. Yeah, I know. I saw those chills. If you guys want to find out more about Omar, we'll put the address in and you go find out for yourself. Kidding. We're not doing that. That's creepy. Don't do that. Just show up at Carlos's
It's in
house.
Poinciana. That's all I'm gonna say. Florida.
Okay.
It's in Florida.
So.
Florida.
Dun, dun, dun. No, I'm kidding.
Bum, bum, bum.
For me, it was mainly, it was a demon. I love how I started the story. I feel like I'm in Twilight. But, it's...
Demon?
It's a demon.
Like, Valorant demon? Like, nun demon? Or like Insidious demon? Like, I look like Darth Maul, but like...
Yeah, so that demon. It's a demon that haunts or, like, stalks the men in my family.
I'm really rethinking our friendship right now.
I said, my family, bitch, we're not gonna have kids. The fuck?
Well, I don't know, because my family wants you to fucking date my stepsister.
Yeah, we need to get off that subject, because it's not happening. She's like a little sister to me, and I already got a girl out there. You know who you are.
Kiana.
No, I wasn't. I was winking at the camera, actually.
What?
Paulina.
Hell yeah, Paulina, girl!
Oh! Dude, even my mom will get defensive over Paulina.
I'm kidding. She's just a friend for now. Anyway, so...
Every time, like...
Can I tell my story?
Yeah,
I stay
yeah.
quiet through your stories, okay? Sick and tired of your shit. Every podcast, all I get in the comments is, you guys talk over each other. I know! I swear! I do
Yes,
know!
you do swear a lot. Now go.
Nowhere compared to you, bitch.
The fuck you say? Bitch.
Point proven. Look at that. I can't even continue my story. Back to my story. It was 3 a.m. No, I'm kidding. No, but real talk. I've actually it's a demon. It's confirmed. I've actually spoken to my grandma about it, and from what she told me, it's a I wouldn't say playful, but it is like a demonic kind of like
But it gets
game.
you.
Yes, it does.
With
It's
games.
Huh? Yes.
Like you'll play games with your mind and shit.
Yes. If you let me explain, I'll tell you. Thanks.
It's alright.
So it's a very like weird spirit that will play games with you until like it actually like if you fall for it, you'll end up like possessed. Like I actually have a distant family member that when he was younger he would sleep and wake up in the closet every day for like I've told you this.
Yeah.
Like he would fall asleep normally, his mom would tuck him in and she would go check up on him. Like one time she went and checked up on him and he'd be in the closet.
How long did he do that for?
Like a good 7-8 years. Like I felt bad for him. I'm like, yo, maybe the closet is comfortable, but then like after I spoke to my grandma about it, I was like, oh, this don't make sense. This guy's crazy. But So it's one of the things was that the very first dreams, and I still remember it. I was running away from something, and I went to hop into a car. I was about like 10 years old, and this is like how much it impacted me. I went to run into like a car, a Hummer actually. It was a yellow Hummer. I went to jump in the car, and it grabbed me. A hand came up from the ground and grabbed me and said, "You can run now, but I'll be back later." Next, a couple years later, I get I have a dream. Hashtag Martin Luther King Jr. MLK. Anyway, so then a couple years later, I end up going to bed. I wake up, and it's like I have. That's when we went into the astral projection. I see myself sleeping, and I'm kind of like chopping here at the dream because it was a very long one. Like I remember it detailed, but I'm at the edge of my bed staring at my body, and then from the side of my door, like a ghost, not a ghost, but like a man emerges, but it's not a man with a hat. It was like a wolf head with sharp claws and red eyes. And he looks at me, looks at my body. I'm naked.
No, you're not.
Why are you grabbing?
Dude, I'm trying to fucking...
Yeah, that's him. I have a tattoo of a wolf with red eyes. So it's like a wolf head with like pointy fingers. I'll haunt you. I can control my dreams.
Here's the thing, Louie, you don't have to be dead to haunt me.
I know, I haunt you now. Boo.
Ah.
So then he looks at my body as like, he looks at me sleeping and then looks at my astral projection. And it was like, it was weird because I still remember what he said. Bitch, you listening?
Camera, right there.
What? It's fine.
No, not the camera.
What?
Behind you. Made you look, bitch.
But, okay, so, seriously. So he looks at my body, looks at me looking at myself, and he looks at me and says, "You can save yourself now, but I'll be back."
And you just remembered from the last time that he said something like that. And connected the dots.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing, because it was the same hand that grabbed my leg when I was 10 years old. It's like, it just kept reoccurring, the same person, like same figure.
How many
appearing
times
again.
did that happen?
4. 4 times until I turned 16, and then he just vanished. And I spoke to my grandma about it, and she was like, "Did you fight him off?" And it was a long dream, but yes.
Yes, that was a little word, Grandma.
Yeah!
I kicked his ass, Grandma.
I didn't kick his ass, I demonetized him.
You demonetized him?
Yeah. Demonetized? Get it? Demonetized? It's a play on words, Carlos. Sorry about your blonde hair. You can't understand all the words that are coming out of my mouth.
I don't understand a lot of shit that comes out of your mouth.
Yeah, we know. Manicured toes.
Because I don't eat children.
Oh, you swallow? Anyway, so...
He's just trying to Uno reverse it.
Right back at you. But, yeah, so... I spoke to my grandma about it. She confirmed it. She was like, if you, like, show him that you're not afraid of it, it'll disappear. And it did. And then I spoke to my dad about it. And he was like, yeah, that's, like, happening.
Nah, dude, but not every spirit is bad.
Yeah, it's true. No, we got very dark with that. And it is a true story, guys. I'm not making this up. I've had a very fucked up life.
No, I've actually...
Not everything is bad.
Have you experienced, like, good, like, paranormal, like, you know?
One time, I was talking to a girl, and I was, like, really into her, and, like, her grandmother had just passed away, and she showed up in my dream. Like, I recognized the old lady.
Yeah.
And she showed up in my dream, she was like, "Please take care of my granddaughter." Like, legit. And I woke up, and I was like...
Did she know?
Little did she know.
That he did not take care of her, because he fucked up somehow.
I didn't, actually. We just decided to be friends, because she is living a happy and healthy life with a guy and she has 2 kids. So I'm actually very happy.
But anyway, back to the whole good paranormal thing.
Yes, but
I
I
saw my
experienced both.
grandfather
Yeah.
dead 3 times after he passed away.
What do you mean dead? You mean
Like-
you've seen him?
Yeah, like
Oh, like he showed up somewhere. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's okay. I understand. I got it.
the first time was my 8th grade
Graduation. Nice. I like it.
He was actually sitting behind my mom.
Nice.
And I was looking up in the stands, and then someone knocked me on my shoulder and was like, "Hey, let's take a selfie, whatever." Blah, blah. I take a picture, and I look up again to see if he's still there.
He was gone. Was he at least smiling? Like, did you see
Yeah.
his facial expressions?
Yeah, he was crying.
So he was like, "How proud of you." Yeah, things like that happen.
And
I
then
like it.
I saw him in New York.
What was he doing in New York?
So he loved New York. He loved the Plaza Hotel. So
Okay. I thought
it
he
was
was like
my
in the
first
stock
time.
market.
No, it was my first time in New York, and I was leaving the Apple store, and it was the first time I was also seeing snow. We were leaving the Apple store, and it started snowing and shit. And my mom was like, "It's raining, it's raining." I'm like, "No, Mom, you're an idiot. It's snowing."
You called your mom an idiot.
I call my mom an idiot all the time. But she calls me un pendejo, so it balances out. I'm like, "Mom, stop being an idiot." And she goes, stop, no estás pendejo. And I look over across the Apple store is the Plaza Hotel. And he's there smiling, and he waved at me, and then someone walked past by him, and he disappeared. And the third time it was my ring ceremony from 11th grade to 12th grade.
Mm.
He was there, and he was all the way in the back in a very nice suit and tie.
Mm. Damper. Mm.
And then
He's looking like a sugar daddy, is what you saying?
I was looking at him, and he mouthed, "I love you and I'm proud of you." And I started crying, and then my mom called me. She was like, "Is it over?" Because my mom was on a business trip with my stepdad. She was on a business trip with my stepdad, so she was like, "Is it over?"
Oh
And
my
I'm
God.
like, "God, no." And I look up, and he was gone.
Oh, well, at least he got to say what he wanted to say.
Alright, before I start crying and
For
tearing up,
Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you again, Kiana, for providing the space, the comfort, and the love and affection that you have for us, even though we're a pain in the ass. Why don't you guys comment if you guys believe in paranormal or not, and we'll definitely put it into our next podcast. See you guys next Friday. Always remember to like and subscribe, and we will definitely add Kiana's Instagram in case y'all want to talk to her and watch her on Valorant, where she improves her aim. Bye.
I said my dreams are better than my day-to-day, so I shut my eyes, take the pain away, hoping they can last till the world to wait up, dog. I gotta wake up rough, and now I ain't never coming down. I said my dreams are better than my day-to-day, so I shut my eyes, take the pain away, hoping they can last till the world to wait